how we built our speaker.
So we took, instead of using plywood, we used a stiff, like, styrofoam board. And then we took like a 12-inch paper plate, a styrofoam cup, and a diction cup and cut them into smaller sizes for our speakers.
We glued rubber bands onto the board and like underneath and on the plate so they'd have a little bit of suspension and a way to stay on there so they can vibrate and make sound.
And then we coiled the wire around each one using thicker wire for the plate and thinner wire for the cups. Secured them with electrical tape. And then finally we just coiled them all together so there's a connection, and then we took speaker wire which will connect to on both ends, on the woofer end and on the tweeter end, and then the other ends will plug into the system providing the sound. And that's how we built our speaker.
Easy come, easy go, that's just how.
Voltage is between two ends of a path. It is the total energy required to move a small electrical charge along a path divided by the magnitude of the charge. Current, and it is just a flow of electrical current through a medium. So it would be like the wires we have connected to our speakers and the sound system.
Alright, resistance is an electrical element's opposition to the passage of an electrical current. And the inverse quantity is electrical conductance, and that is measuring how easily electricity flows along a certain path, and they're measured in ohms. Ohm's law is the current through a conductor between 2 points is directly proportional to the potential difference across the 2 points and inversely proportional to the resistance between those points. And the equation for that is current equals voltage over resistance.
A series circuit is an electric circuit connected in a way that the current running through each device is the same. So basically what goes through one circuit has to go through all of them, or one device. A parallel circuit is an electric circuit that has two or more devices that are connected in a way that the current acts through each of them, and any one single one can complete the circuit independently.
You were so scared.
Magnetism is the phenomena associated with magnetic fields. The source of all magnetism is moving charge, and we kind of talked about that in class and did an activity over it over the week. Basically, likes repel and opposites attract. That's kind of something that we talked about too.
Alright, so inductance is an electrical current causing voltage to be generated proportional to the rate of change in the circuit's current. It measures the tendency of a coil to resist change in current because the magnetism produced by one part of the coil acts to oppose the change of a current in other parts of the coil.
Okay, so the impedance is the frequency domain ratio of the voltage of a current, and the magnitude is measured by the ratio of the voltage amplitude to the current amplitude. And the phase is the shift when the current is ahead of the voltage. And impedance is measured by the opposition to the alternating current. Impedance matching is the practice of designing the input impedance of an electrical load and the output impedance of the signal source in order to maximize the power transfer and minimize the reflections of the load.
Frequency response is the measure of any system's output spectrum in response to an input signal. In the audible range, it is usually referred to in connection with electronic amplifiers, microphones, and loudspeakers. In relation to our speaker, the frequency response is the result we get from inputting sound into it.